Okay. This is gonna be super awkward. Digging through old sketchbooks, I find
My old college javelin.
nothing else but my old high school newspaper. I was in a journalism class. The only reason I was in it was because I knew I could skip out more than half of the time. And so when the deadline came for me to finally write something, I just basically chose something out of a hat to write about. I had 3 elective arts classes to which I f***ed around most of the time, and all of our supplies were just trash. So I decided to write about that. I'm going to read it for you, and I haven't read it yet, and it's going to be horrible because I can't write, but it should be interesting. So it's called The Prowler Pride. I was neither of those things. I didn't have any pride in that school. I was not a prowler. I don't think anybody should be a prowler.
I felt like a wild animal on the prowl, so I decided to call myself the Prowler.
Kind of disgusting. So let me show it to you. So December 2005. I'm old. Under this image that I painted, Jeff Morris yields exquisite artwork and shows huge potential in the art industry. I'm 30. I'm still not in the industry. That didn't age well. I called it beautiful name of the town I went to high school in. The blank high school art department has been educating students in the field of artistry for many years. They haven't. Throughout my 4 years at high school, I have taken many classes, but none interest me as much as the fine arts. So far, I have only taken 1 art class in high school, but next semester I will be enrolled in all 3. Okay, so I got that part wrong. Drawing, mixed media, and color theory. However, one project blank high school needs to work on is improving its art inventory. During this final semester of my stay at blank high school, I will attempt to improve the art program, hopefully with the help of Mr. Art Teacher. This will include requesting more school funding in the arts department and hosting more involved projects and activities. I will also be going straight to Mr. Principal to address the issue. I didn't. Much like any other class in our school, the art room is not much different. Students attend class every day and they enjoy sharing their artistic talents and thoughts on canvas. However, there is one thing that does stand out to its occupants. The masterpieces that the students create are currently being made with aging art supplies. Hopefully new supplies can be purchased and new projects can be made possible by examining school funding or perhaps by doing a class-wide fundraiser. Throughout history, we have seen talented artists open up their minds by displaying their extreme messages and by showing us how to express ourselves. Every artist from Da Vinci to Andy Warhol have been amazing and intelligent people who have shown us what art can help us to understand about ourselves and about the world. I believe every person should have a chance to contribute and add to this understanding. There's a beautiful name of town that exists somewhere. We just have to find it in ourselves and then we can paint the world a new color. That's terrible. It's really bad. I don't like it. I've never been a writer, and that's very apparent that I wasn't even a writer when I wrote this. But the point I wanted to bring up with this, not really anything in the news, because I mean you can look every day and see funding for arts, music, all that business is just getting defunded, and that's not really what this is about. But it reminded me is after I wrote that, it got published, and I got called into the principal's office.
Who's that guy?
Principal Anderson.
I was very confused as to why. He's kind of a loser, so it could have been any number of things. But the principal was super pissed off and he was like, why would you write this without just coming to me first? And I was like, because I didn't. I just wrote it. And he's like, well, we have a lot of parents that are super angry right now. And I was like, really? That's okay. And so I guess a bunch of parents complained because of the state of our art department was in shambles. And I got in trouble for it. And that didn't make any sense to me. It was because we had editors, the teacher who was teaching the school newspaper class. Like, it makes no sense why he would call me into there. Yeah, I wrote it, but I didn't publish it. It doesn't make any sense. So after that, he was forced to buy the school new equipment. I don't know where he got the money. We didn't do a fundraiser or anything. So after that, we got new equipment. It was, I don't know, I think it was after the December break. So it started when I had my 3 art classes. And we got these massive 4 foot by 5 foot canvases and a whole bunch of new paint and brushes. And they were saying that, well, since I wrote it, I have to help them paint these 5 canvases to put up in the new part of the school that they were building. And I was like, okay, I can do that. I painted like half of one, not even half of one. And literally all I did on it was a mask and put my like graffiti tag that I was using in high school. And my name was Loki because I was a trickster. And so much teen angst, and it's so embarrassing. And so that is permanently installed in the new part of the school. That will be up there forever. All because somebody didn't edit my and just block it from being in the paper. Luckily, we had other good kids in class who finished the other 5. So big ups to them because I didn't do it. I was not present that last 5 months of high school whatsoever mentally. I was done. And so I finally got out of there, and let me tell you, after 12 years, I don't have huge potential in the art industry. It's still not there. Maybe someday I will, but the thought of going back to the town I went to high school in is wretched. It like fills me with like a sort of sickness that I can't even describe. It's bad times. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. Perhaps you feel the same way about wherever you were made to go to school. Hopefully it was better for you. Let me know if you guys have any funny high school stories where you f***ed the system and got away with it. Thank you for watching this. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys soon. One more thing. There was one thing I meant to do during that whole spiel for dramatic effect and whatnot, and well.
Who can say where the road goes, where the...
All right, that's it. Bye.